Hello, cool and attractive people. We have an unboxing video. It's from Blade HQ, and hilariously, the name is Admin Admin. I just think that's really funny. Um, so, also as I unbox this, I choked on water before recording this, and I think I like fucking sprained my muscles or like threw out. It hurts on my side, and I don't even know how. The fact that your breathing tube and your ingestion tube are next to each other is like so fucking stupid. Um, so yeah, I don't know why that is, but you know what I do know? It's knife time, baby. Again, I do not normally collect uh, folders, but I don't know why. The whim struck me, and I was like, you know what? What if I get two more folders? I will do these in separate unboxings. I'm gonna do this one first because it's the one I'm more excited. Confidence in hand, CRKT. I and it's recyclable. Cool. All right, let's just crack this open. Bam. We have. Hello, it just fell out. What's in here? Okay, I'll go over that soon. And that's just super basic stuff. We have the CRKT Ritual. The CRKT Ritual is an assisted folder. It's an assisted opening knife, and this one costs like $84, just about a little less technically. And there is a smaller variant. This is the CRKT uh, Ivory Mercata. But then there's also the CRKT Ritual Compact. So this is the Ritual, and then there is a Ritual Compact, which is brown Mercata. This one, I'm going to just read some of the specs now. It is overall length 9 inches. It is a cutting edge of 4.75. It is Sandvik 12C27, which I believe is not like the highest quality, but for under $100, it's like pretty decent. It is 5.5 ounces, right hand only, and tip up. It is designed by Alan Foltz, and I guess it was made in China, part of why it is affordable. Okay, oof. So, oh boy. Why did I get this? Because I wanted to? Look at this. Okay, so for comparison, we have here my Sencut. My Sencut, um, it is it is much smaller. This is the only other folding knife I have until I open this. Technically, actually, I do have one more, which is my Karambit, but that one is a little different. It's got this nice pocket clip here. This is very heavy duty. This ivory Mercata handle. It looks nice. It's comfortable. And this pocket clip is pretty flat and doesn't feel uncomfortable. This is a liner lock, I believe. Oof. I'm a little spooked by this. So, um, it apparently is a thing that knife enthusiasts do not like assisted openings. This is not an automatic knife, so you can't just press a button and it'll fling out. And it's not a standard folder where you just flick it out. There is an assisting spring, which was in one of these. It's in this one that talks about it more. Is this a folded? Okay, no, it looks like it's folded. It's just a single piece. And it's like how assisted opening works, and it basically just talks about how this like metal springy bit will basically, if you don't know what assisted opening means, if I push down a little bit, I was like trying to do it slowly, it will snap out completely. So to close it, this is like as far as it will go until I put down a real pressure. But if it is in any point in this area, it's gonna snap like out like that. Why is it assisted? I assume because this thing's fucking 5.5 ounces and enormous. Again, here are like the knives next to each other. I'm trying to not cover it with my fingers. This one I got because it's classy. It's like $50, I think, and it's really nice. Um, This one I got because I wanted to get a big fucking knife that I thought was cool and fun. Um, I've watched some reviews wondering, like, should I get this knife? And, you know, if you're watching this video, you're probably watching it more for my content and less for, like, what I think about this knife. Because, again, I don't really cover folding knives. But I just thought that, hey, this looks fun and interesting. My friend got one. There is a much, the EDC one, the compact, apparently it's much smaller where, like, my whole hand fits on this comfortably. I have quite large hands. My whole hands fit on this comfortably, and there's still space on this. A person with much smaller hands can two-hand this, and the compact allegedly is more of a three-finger knife, whereas your pinky is kind of off this bit. So it's like apparently significantly smaller. The compact is only marginally cheaper, while the CRKT Ritual is 84, rounding up. The compact is 80 rounded up, so like $4 difference. You know, there are also a few other ones. There is, let me just double check, like I know there's a Damascus version one, and apparently there's a black version that's $110, but allegedly even larger. I don't know why. It's like 9.87 and weighs 6.13 ounces. Absolutely crazy. So if you were wondering, hey, I like how insane this knife looks. It is, you get this, you know, I was watching other people's videos, and one guy was basically saying, you get this because you want a statement. You get it for a collection. You get it because it's fun. If you have any doubts, it's not for you. If you want it to be practical, it's not for you. Yes, you can use this. It is quite sharp. I can already tell that. It's almost like, so normally what I like about the Watauga is that this like sheep's foot style blade or Warncliffe blade or whatever, what I like is that the tip is forward, which makes cutting boxes and packages and envelopes really easy because you just stick the tip in there. Whereas a Tanto blade, the tip is towards the back. This was designed for piercing armor. And so when I want to get my envelope, like I can stick it in there, but for cutting boxes, I find that, let's say I have this box here and I'm like, I want to cut this box open. It's obviously doable, but like the way my hands are is that I feel like the whatever this point here is the actual tip. In order to get this tip here, I have to, like, you know, really adjust like this. The guy, one of the reviewers said basically that when he used his Ritual to open other boxes, he used it going backwards instead of pulling it. Like you can pull this way, and then you're using this part here. But if you go backwards, you can use the very tip of it. And I was like, oh, that's cool and interesting and good to know because I'm not always smart enough to do that problem solving. So, yeah, it is fucking huge. I was like, I have big hands. This will fit me. Yeah, I might remove the pocket clip because it's like, while it is very nice and it is practical, again, this thing's enormous, so like if you're carrying this in your pocket, it will take up the majority of your space. Just where it sits in my hand is like not as comfortable as where I want it to be. Like if I want to like really palm it, it's just kind of like right here in right here. Not like, it's not terribly uncomfortable, but like it's a maybe remove. You know, if I have it more on my fingers, it's like not an issue. There is a teeny amount of jimping up here. When I put my thumb on this initially, I put it all the way up here, but there is a small amount here, which makes more sense. I don't really know if it needs the jimping, but hey, that's nice. And it does have a liner lock, but I have to be super careful. Okay, actually, part of it is like, because you can get it this far, without closing it all the way, I can pull my fingers away safely from it, and then I have to use force to push it through the spring. And for people who don't like spring assisted, can you de-assist it? The answer apparently is no. I'm not smart enough to try. I am not going to try. But someone has a video out there trying to de-spring it, and it doesn't really work. It doesn't maintain its stability out, I think. So, yeah. Though, I believe the Damascus compact version is de-assisted, but that one is like significantly more expensive. That one is, it's gorgeous. It's black. It's got a Damascus blade. It's $275 compared to the on sale price of $79.95 at an MSRP of $125 flat. And that's for the compact one. The big one, this one here, is $130 MSRP, but it's been on sale for $84 for, at some point your sale price is just your actual price. But hey, JC Penney's did it for years and it worked, so yeah. Now I like tab flipping. I like to pull down here. That was legitimately a big thing for me. Some people don't, and some people apparently have considered shaving this down, filing this down so that it is smoother. Not for me though. There is a thumb stud on both sides. You can have one here, here. Whoa, loud car. I don't really use the thumb studs, but like, yeah, for me, I'm all about that tab on the spine. Yeah. And I guess just to go through, there's 3 sets of small T6 probably screws over here on the body. There's a bigger pivot screw that is also maybe T6, possibly T8 here. I'm sorry it is so fucking shiny. And then on the other side, you have, oh, is that a second? Yeah, you have a second hole here for the pocket clip. Again, I might remove that. We'll see. And then for the actual blade, holding it up close here. Oh, let me just clean off this tiny bit of paper or fingernail. It does say here, actually, what does it say? Foltz Design 7471. That's the name. That's the number over on here. On this side, CRKT. So, yeah. What could I possibly say about this that someone with a much more qualified opinion than me could say? Probably nothing much. But as a non-folder knife enthusiast, again, I am, if you did not know who I was, I am mostly a Balisong collector. If it wasn't perfectly obvious, I decided, fuck it, let's get myself a treat, as I say, after buying so many goddamn things recently. And so, you know what? I wanted this big honker. For all of my opening purposes, I will use my Suncut stuff, my Suncut Watauga, maybe my Benchmade 87, which is very sharp. I also have this rep. These 3 are all my regular, I need to cut things open with, because they're very good at it. But let's be honest, if you're carrying this, you're carrying it because you think it looks cool. And boy, oh how, you can hold this reverse grip actually pretty comfortably, sort of. This groove here, this one here, is a little awkward-ish, yeah. It's like a little awkward. It does, like, I feel like I could hold it like this if I want to, but it definitely feels like it is more designed to be held for grip instead of ice pick grip, reverse grip, I don't know. Balisongs we call, this standard position and this ice pick. I don't know if folders say that. But yeah, if you're carrying this out, this is a fucking Crocodile Dundee ass knife, or someone pulls out a knife on you and you just go, haha, that's cute. You pull this from your back pocket and you have a bigger knife, a scarier knife. And honestly, it looks really cool. It looks, I feel like this is something that would make a really interesting character design piece. Like, oh yeah, like someone who's always got this fucking assisted knife. Will they make a big one that's not assisted? I don't know. Apparently, it is a more of a vocal minority situation for people who want unassisted. But it is so fucking big that the assistedness does help. It is fun. I don't have, again, strong opinions. I don't own an automatic knife. So having assisted knife to me is like kind of just like, yeah, that's like basically the same. And it is more legal than automatic knives. Some places automatic knives are not legal. Some places assisted knives are not legal. I don't know. It depends on your country and your state. So like, I do not believe that this would be legal in like the UK, but I also do not believe this might not even be legal in the UK. My side still hurts. So, yeah, this has been the Ritual, CRKT Ritual, designed by Alan Foltz. Um, it is relatively affordable. It is, 80 something bucks. Just a little over 80 bucks, 84 bucks. And so, it's an expensive knife for some people, but in terms of like other knives, there are certainly much more knives out here. Like most of my Balisongs cost way more than $100, which is a little spooky to think about. I will say that closing this one-handed is slightly harrowing. It's a little spooky. I just gotta like, if you're like this, and then the liner lock, you push through here, and then you gotta pull your fingers back. It's a little scary. Apparently it's also only right-handed. Yeah, because I'm trying right now here, and right now it's like me trying to put pressure here is pushing the knife away from my hand like this. So in this position, it's a little hard. I have to grip with my other fingers and push down. So I don't know. If you want an opinion about a non-folder collector, again, I have technically 2 folders. I have 1 more here. I now have 2 more, so I have a total of 4. You came to the right place. I know enough about... oh yeah, this like scimitar. It's like a trailing point, I guess. It's pretty. It's pretty. And I was tempted between this one and the brown one until I realized the brown one was so much smaller. But I decided I wanted the big one because I got big hands. Only to realize, holy shit! Like this is big for me and my big hands. Like fucking Magic Johnson probably could like fit his entire hand comfortably on this. But yeah, and the compact one apparently is much smaller. I really was trying to find a comparison picture or video where you could see side by side, but I couldn't find one. So if you can find one, send it to me. If you like this video, check out the rest of my channel. I do have some various non-Balisongs, but if you mysteriously came here from the other side, check out my content. I talk about Balisongs, I talk about flipping, I talk about various other things related to Balisong collecting. Some of it like mental stuff, like, how do we get better? I have a few tutorials. Yeah, and if you are here normally for Balisongs, don't worry. After this video and the next one, I will be back to Balisongs. Holy shit, it's just like the lighting is so crazy. But yeah, and hopefully you found this helpful, at least if not for my lack of expertise, the opinions of someone who is not a knife folder person. So yeah, thanks for coming. Tune in soon for more stuff, and have a good one. Happy flipping, or folding, or cutting. I don't know. Don't cut things that don't need to be cut. I only cut boxes or my envelopes.